How's it going, everybody? Mike back at you with another edition of 5 Minute Gaming, and I am proud to say we have another special guest on the show, and that is actually a joke because we really don't have a special guest. We have the other Watchman here with us. There he is in the flesh, Norb, the other half of this channel.
That's right. I've been busy on my NorbCam Football Seahawks channel, but I'm glad to be here doing a 5 Minute Gaming show with you because it's great to be part of this.
And we got a big image in between us of Gorf. And Norb, I don't know what to say. I mean, Gorf is when it comes to arcade games, Gorf is you.
It is. This is one of my favorite games of all time. I remember discovering this game on vacation with my family. We were in the Bahamas on a vacation, and my parents were out in a casino playing card games. Of course, we're not allowed because we were only, teenagers at the time, young teenagers. And so they usually give us $20 and say, go entertain yourselves. And so they had an arcade out in the front of the casino, and lo and behold, they had this cool game called Gorf. And it was a cocktail game, so I remember we sat head to head and played this, and I just loved it because what was really neat about Gorf is that it's a game that has 5 different stages. It's got the Space Invaders, and Laser Attack, and Galaxians, and the Warp battle, and then the Flagship battle. So the fact that it changes every time, it was always a little bit different. So that's what I really loved about the game, and I just got hooked, and it's been one of my favorite games ever since.
And I have a picture of that cocktail up there right now.
Slideshow.
That was it. So that was really your memories were the cocktail version and not the stand-up version, which is that's the stand-up version.
I played that plenty afterwards, but the very first time was like cocktail version, and I had to get used to it because instead of like the usual joystick and buttons like I'm going to be using here, it had the pistol. As you can see, there's the pistol handle joystick with the trigger on it. And so it's a little bit different because when you fire the trigger, you actually can push the trigger again and stop your bullet and reset, which is nice if you need to rapid fire, but can also be bad because you might pull your bullet too quick, which I quickly learned the first time I played it. I was cutting my bullets off, so I've learned since the very beginning time.
I pulled this image off the internet. They also had what they called mini-mites, which were tinier versions of arcade games. I think they were selling it to operators that you could put them in small spaces, but I always laugh at these old style 80s images of all these well-dressed people playing video games, which is so not what it was like. And they've got the Crest toothpaste and the Listerine, imitating this ridiculously fake convenience store. So I love the text. Video games have become a serious form of recreation. That's serious. We're not talking fun. Serious form. But this is just another advertisement trying to get operators to put these games in their locations.
I don't know about the mini ones. I don't remember playing a mini Gorf, but I think for me it was always the cocktail and the full-size ones. Yeah. So I always got excited because they weren't always there, but when they showed up, I was like, oh, I'm going straight to that game.
Well, let's play. I'm ready to see you show us and school us on how to win at Gorf.
All right, and even though it's my favorite game, I'm certainly no pro. Some days it might be a great game, and other it might be completely terrible. So that's what's kind of fun about it, is that it's not like a pattern game where you're always going to have a great game. It all depends on how the flow goes. So here we go.
Well, and the nice thing is we have enabled a cheat, so you can play forever and show us how far you can get and not have to worry about that quarter only lasting you 1 minute.
That's a nice thing. Oh my gosh. I said that could be really terrible. All right, so that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to get killed after the first 2 ships you've killed. So this is obviously Space Invaders. What's a little bit different again is you got this little force field as opposed to the bunkers from the original game. And you do the same thing. Yeah, a few less rows than the original game. And so you just have 3, so it's not that hard. I'm not playing that well here. I'm missing in Valley. What you don't want to do is get trapped in the corner.
I always think it's so funny how some of these Space Invaders have such a sparkly effect going on. That red guy at the bottom, definitely. And the guy at the top, look how he's sparkly. Weird.
Yep.
And your shield is sparkly.
Yep. It's like glitter.
Yeah.
All right, got that one. Next is Laser Attack. The key in this one, you got to kill the 2 blue ships that have the lasers. You get rid of them quick, then all the other guys do is just drop out of the sky at you. So if I get rid of the blue guy, I'm in good shape.
And I know this
There
is
you go.
emulated version. We're not hearing Gorf talk because I know he talks, right?
Yeah, that's the only sad version of this one because.
Well, give us your best Gorf voice so the audience knows what he...
Rattle it, honor, insert coin.
That's
Bad
good.
move, space captain. All right, so this is Galaxians. This one is pretty similar to the original bad move. But this is tricky. It's a lot like the original Galaxians, but what's nice is, unlike the regular Galaxians, this one you can move up and down, which for me, I was always really horrible at regular Galaxians, but the fact that I could move up allows you to move not only to the side to avoid an attack, but by being able to move vertically, also gave you a little evasive maneuvering that you couldn't do. I believe in the original Galaxians, you couldn't do that. My keyboard slipped. I blame the keyboard. It slipped on my table. That's what happened there. I'm not really that bad. Now, when I play this game, normally, if I'm having a good game, I should be able to get to the flagship level with one normal quarter. Now, we're cheating here, so obviously.
What's the name of this?
This is the Space Warp. So basically, all the aliens start in the middle. They're those little blue dots, and then they emerge one at a time, and they start moving in a kind of a spiral motion outward. And my goal is to shoot them before they get too far out, because the farther they go out, the faster they move, and then they sometimes shoot you from odd angles that are hard to evade. So try to get them when they're really close, when they're really small. Now, on this level, it's easy because they start out slower and there's not as many, but in the higher levels, they come flying out and sometimes just whipping around really fast. So it's like that, but twice as fast. One more, then it's to the flagship level.
Now, how do you know it's one more?
Because there's blue dots in the ring, and as they come out, the blue dots slowly disappear. So it's like that represents how many are there. Now with the flagship level, this is kind of fun because, again, now this time I've got a barrier I have to penetrate. It's kind of his protective shield. The key is you got to hit the nuclear reactor in the stomach of that thing. See that red, again, the sparkly thing happening. There's that little vulnerable spot, like the exhaust port in the Death Star. If you can get a laser shot right in that little slot where it goes to that red spot, it'll blow up. You can blow it up in like 2 shots. But if you don't, there it is. I guess got it. Right into the heart, and boom. So that was actually pretty easy. Sometimes I'll hit this thing like 20 times. I can't hit the sweet spot, and it's like just barely a piece of shit floating, but its heart's still intact. So that's the key. You got to hit right in that heart. So I want to keep going, or are we, or is that it?
So my last question is, that's it, right? You just do it again.
That's it. Then you just keep going, and I've gone from space cadet, now I think I'm space captain. And even normally say, congratulations, space captain, and then then I move along. So, and then it just gets faster, a little more. Everything just speeds up. That's the main difference. They don't really multiply by numbers. It's just faster. Everything just moves a little quicker.
So, have you ever played the game Battlezone?
Oh yeah, yep. I saw the video that you made of it, and got killed again. Yeah, I was horrible. I loved watching the game. I thought it was great, but I could never last more than like 1 tank, and then I'm dead. I had no. You at least had some techniques. I didn't have any techniques at all.
Well, I did a show on that, as you said, and I'm going to put a link to it right up there. And go check it out, and I'll see you over there, and we'll talk some Battlezone.
All right.
Let's watch Norb try to see if he can kill a few more aliens.
They go a lot faster. They're going faster than something. I can't hold them. See, the speed is fast and furious. Whoa!